can one person in America say the same? I'm not going to get caught in a mass shooting today.
Yeah, they're taking our houses, they're taking the lot.
And they took your teeth as well?
Yeah, they did.
You just take responsibility for it.
Listen, guys, I just want to come out and say something, yeah? Don't judge me for this.
We're not going to judge you.
People, mate. We don't judge You don't judge people?
No, don't fuck. I'm a Geordie, man.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't like black people.
Nor do I. Nor do I.
So we're on the same page.
Fucking right. Black people are fucking...
Yeah, I got raptured, but I came back because there was far too much far-right white people in heaven. You know, that was the biggest joke I got.
If you saw a black right now...
Do you know where I've got my bag?
What would you do?
I've got 3 knives in my bag. I've got a fucking bleed.
You've got 3 knives in your bag and you'd use them on the black if you saw one?
Yeah, fucking right I would.
Oh, mental. That's crazy. Every black person I see here...
No, you cannot say that.
Really?
Yeah. They don't see it. You can't give them a choice. Either you take the resources that we're going to give you, or you decide that you're going to be locked up in jail. That's the way it has to be now.
Or involuntary lethal injection or something.
Hello and welcome, my friends. I was just about to say, and welcome back. But I haven't been on for so long. And there's a reason behind that. Because, you know, I just don't like where the world is. I'm very, very disheartened with the world as it is. You know, there's far too much hate within our world. And I just don't like it. And, you know, I don't really want to interact with the right wing. So, before I start getting into all that, anyway, welcome to By Any Means Necessary, and welcome back to Regretsit, Brexit England, Northern Ireland, Eastern Europe, and our good friends in the US of A. So, I'm back. That's correct. I'm back for now. Right? But today, I will be double dropping, because I'll be dropping one of my documentaries that I've made, you know, all about the Epstein files. So, I'll be double dropping that video and this one together. So I'll come back, you know, with a bit of a splash. But I'm here, right, to speak about the state of our worldwide racism. And people who I'll be speaking about in this video, obviously Donald Trump, because, you know, he's your head white supremacist. And then, you know, we've got the death of Charlie Kirk. So we'll be smoking on Charlie later, right? Because if anybody in this world believes, right, that I am going to say nice things about Charlie Kirk, the well-known white supremacist, right? You jail me for 1,000 years, right, with 100 lashes per week. You can even cut off my foot like and call me Toby, and still I wouldn't say nice things about that man. And then we've got, like, obviously Elon Musk, Tommy Robinson, you know, Nigel Farage. Right, we got all these people, and then we got, like, you know, we got the right wing, who for some reason, I don't know why, but for some reason they are ashamed of being racist. Why? Why are you ashamed of being racist? What makes you ashamed to be a racist? Tell me. I mean, listen. Let me tell you this, right? I love and embrace everybody. Black, white, brown. I don't care. I love and embrace everybody. I have no racism within me, okay? And I can tell you that openly, and I'm proud of that. If you are racist, you should be proud of the fact that you are racist. Don't try, you know, but I think the reason why you won't be proud and embrace your racism is because, you know, it really goes against humanity. That's the truth. That's why you're ashamed of it. I mean, why else would you be ashamed of it? Because I'm not ashamed to say, you know what, I don't care. I embrace all people. I'm an atheist, okay? But I will still love and embrace Catholics, you know, Christians, Jews, Muslims, you know, Buddhists. I don't care. I don't really care, right? I love and embrace everybody, okay? That's the simple solution to how I believe that I live my life, right? So why are you, because I can tell you that, I'm proud of that. So why are you not proud of who you are? Why are you not proud? Well, because, and I'll tell you what the reason why I say this, right, is because Keir Starmer the other day said something about, was speaking about, like, the policies of reform, So the next day, the newspaper was like, Keir Starmer says that you are a racist because you have concerns about immigration. Keir Starmer never said that. I say that you are a racist scumbag because you've got concerns over immigration. And the reason why I can tell you that is because I have a human brain as well. Just like you. I've got a human brain. So my human brain is not concerned about it. So why is your human brain concerned about it? See, my human brain knows this. That within the space of 20 years, you're going to be begging for these people to come to this country. Begging. Especially if you get your way. Especially if you get your dirty, stinking, racist way. You're going to be begging these people to come here. Because who do you think is going to look after people like the elderly? Who do you think is going to do all the domestic work? Who's going to do all of that? Because if you're relying on people born in this country to do it, then you're relying on bullshit. Because that's never going to happen. The people in this country are never going to do that type of work. Okay? They've gone through education. 12 years at minimum, they've gone through. And then you expect them to come and do domestic work. Since the 1950s, this country's needed people to look after the elderly. And right now, they're over 150,000 people short. So do you think that's going to get any better? Do you think that's going to get any? Do you think that gets any better in the meanwhile? So in 20 years' time, right, by the time your racist asses have scared all these people away, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? You're going to get, you'll get another government, right, that will have to reach out and beg people to come here, right? And you, racist ass, is going to make your kids racist as well. And your kids is going to be the same. And until one day, right, that they decide, none of us will be alive by then. Because you guys have got too much influence. Right? And the influence you're taking, right, is from people, right, who don't give a shit about your lives. People who are telling you to go out there and be violent, to try and be violent. That's what they're telling you. These people are saying to you, go out there, right, because you know something, violence is coming to you. From who? From who? From who? Violence is coming to you. Elon Musk, in London, just a few days ago, was telling people this. The same people, right, who will say to you, well, we're not racist, we just don't like... You know something, what I'm going to do? I want to introduce you to somebody, right? Another YouTuber who actually went to the far right Unite the Union fascist rally the other day. And if you don't believe it was fascist and far right, just have a look at what we can uncover. And then you see for yourself. Right? But these people they're the same people who will say to you, oh, no, we're not racist. Right? We just have concerns. Concerns about what? Just shut up and keep yourself behind your own front door, right? Because that's the only place you should have concerns, is who's, inside your front door, right? But once you go out into that big wide world, shut up, because you know what? Whatever you say, right? Nobody cares. No, actually, the truth is, too many people care. That's the problem. Too many people care, but that does not stop me from asking you to question. Why are you so ashamed of being racist? Watch this YouTuber, right? And I'm going to come back on the other side and we're going to discuss some of the things that you see in this video.
This is me undercover witnessing racism in front of my eyes. And this is the story of how I got here. In 2018, I pranked a racist group called the English Defence League.
They're our streets.
And they're taking our jobs.
Yeah, they're taking our houses, they're taking the lot.
And they took your teeth as well.
Yeah, they did.
After this, I ended up getting a whole load of death threats from the EDL, and in response, I founded my own group called the Nico Defence League, aka the NDL. And over the years, we've stood up against racism, but there's one clip that I've never released. Racism in the UK was high, and I went to a far-right march to see it myself, and I wore a mask to hide my identity.
So EDL TV, mate, you're on the best channel on YouTube.
British, older, fucking white.
So why are you here today?
I don't give a fuck, mate. BLM, mate. Fuck them all. Fuck them all,
All
mate.
of them, yeah? Every single one of them, you schmuck.
Come over to the mob, mate. Come over to the mob. Come, just
course,
fucking
I'm
have it,
coming,
mate. There's everyone here, all the whites, mate. You don't see one. You don't see one of them here, yeah?
Take back our country.
That's it, mate. That's all we got to do. We've got to take it back, mate.
Yeah, you're a very smart guy.
And when we take it back, mate, that is fucking it, mate.
We need more people like you.
Come talk to my people.
But unfortunately for me, this mask wasn't on properly.
He thinks it's a... Oh, damn, we've been caught. If I'm black, I know where to go. What do you mean I know where to go? What are you hiding behind this man?
Come in.
What do you mean? I'm walking off.
Take your mask off, you.
Oh, keep trying to throw stuff.
Take your fucking mask off.
Just walk away, please. I'm a what? That's how you get in and out of a racist march, and we're saying this isn't racist.
But this situation really got me thinking. If they're willing to call me a black bleep to my face, then what would these guys be saying to each other when they're comfortable behind closed doors? And that brings us to now. Tommy Robinson, the guy who literally founded the English Defence League, is hosting a march called Unite the Kingdom. And despite questionable groups confirming they'll be attending, we're being told that they're not racist and it's just slander by the media.
We're not here because of their skin colour. We're not here because of race. We're not here because of what they look like. There's people over there shouting racist, far right. There's no far right, there's no hooligans here, there's no racism here. It's nothing to do with skin colour.
We're not racist.
Not racist at all.
It's not a racist march. The government don't like voices like ours, so what they do is they lie about us, they smear us. White supremacist, Nazi, racist, Islamophobe.
So I decided to go undercover myself and find out people's motivations for going, and also see if there actually is racism, or if it's one big smelly lie. But this time I wasn't cutting any corners. There's many people at this march who might have sent me death threats in the past, so I employed an undercover security team to keep me safe and help me blend in. I also completely transformed my identity all the way through to my personality. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Ron's Side. It's an honor to be here. I'm Ron, a 64-year-old.
So there you see is Nico, right, who's an absolutely fantastic talent, right? Like YouTube's so lucky to have people like him, right, who will go and you see what he's going to do. And you saw the first occasion when he went to the march in 2020, and how unfortunately he was exposed because it come out and someone saw that actually underneath that mask he was actually black. So this time he decided to get a professional job done, a real professional job, and he had to get security, of course, because if you get discovered as a black person at one of these things, you see how dangerous it can be, and you see for yourself the language, what these people are using. The most upsetting thing for me, though, right, is the fact that these are people who these are my neighbours. These are people who I walk past every day. I guarantee you, all of these people, every last one of them, know black and Asian people. They know Jewish people. They know all sorts. They know all races, all creeds, all colours. But they've got that level of hate. That level of hate they have, boom, straight up like that. But they will all tell you, we're not racist. They'll all tell you that. They refuse to admit the truth about themselves. And that's the bit that I can't understand about this whole thing. Why is it you just can't admit the truth about yourself? I admit the truth about myself, right? So I don't know why they can't just admit the truth about themselves. Now you'll see, he went undercover, right? And I'm going to show you a few more minutes of him actually interacting with some of these people. I mean, one of the funniest things in that video was where he said at the end, he just said to her, like, they also take your teeth, which is just something I wouldn't have been able to resist. He was just there and he probably could not resist that one. And she was just like, yeah, because you know what? She was so far into her white supremacist mindset that she didn't actually realise what he said. So she just said, yeah, because anything he said at that moment, right, that she thought was going to be derogative towards, like, people of colour or whoever, what she thought, then at that point, she was just saying yes to everything. So then that's why when he said that to her, they took your teeth, she's like, yeah. But it just shows the level of stupidity within, them type of people. So look, let us slip back, right, and then, But we'll speak about some of the things that were said in the next portion of this video. Let's have a see.
4-year-old man, I love my kids, I love my wife, but above everything, I love Tommy Robinson. I even met him once.
You support us, the NDL. Come on, man. Yes, Pop.
So with that, I headed out our home base and towards the march. What were we going to see? What opinions were we going to hear? We've been told that no one at this march is racist. Well, let's see about that. The setting for the march was sunny. The moods were high. Almost everyone was drinking, and we were singing our lungs out. Oh, Tommy, Tommy! Tommy, 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 Tommy Robinson! Tommy, Tommy! Tommy, 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 Tommy Robinson! I love how everyone joins in. Tommy, Tommy! It didn't take me long to meet this lovely lass. We're doing a documentary on free speech.
You are?
Yeah. How you feel?
Lovely sight to see.
It's absolutely amazing seeing everyone coming out here. It's just glorious, like. So what are your motivations today for coming today?
To say, I want my voice heard.
Yeah.
Enough is enough. And we need to unite.
Yeah.
And we need to stand up.
Exactly. We need to unite and stand up. And then what specifically do we need to stand up against? Like
Illegal immigration, government are absolutely fucking shocking. These people that are coming into our country,
yeah,
they don't want to mix with us anyway.
Exactly, they don't want to.
They don't want to.
So I say we get them all gone then.
Yeah, they all need to be gone.
I'm saying.
They all need to fuck off.
Exactly, every single one of them.
Every single fucking one of them. I think Islam should be banned.
Oh, I agree with that. Now you're talking sense.
Islam should be fucking banned.
Yeah.
All fuck off.
Who?
All the fucking Muslims.
Yeah.
Foreigners.
Go again, love. Frick off, yeah. Where should they go to?
I think white people have more racial abuse than any other race.
Yeah, white people, we suffer the most racism in the world. It makes me so angry. I'm England till I die. I'm England till I die. I know I am, I'm sure I am. I'm England till I die. Oh, thank you so much. I was in love. She won me over with her words and I was going to make her mine. I just want to say how lovely you are and I'd love to see you again. Are you in a relationship? Ben. I may have lost my lady, but at least I know she's with a good man, with a good heart. I can tell before I even speak to him.
I think there's 900 mosques in Leicester.
Oh, absolutely outrageous. And how many blacks are there in Leicester? Black people. Oh yeah, as in what? Oh yeah, that's the word. Sorry. Yeah. There's millions of them. I'm so glad that you're using the right terminology as well. Yeah. Because I'm tired of calling them the blacks. With all your friends and stuff, how do they feel about it?
Hate.
They hate it. I'm glad we can come together now and be honest about it. Because this is what we've been waiting for. Exactly. If you could get rid of every black person in this country, what would you do?
I would get fucking.
Good, well done. And if you saw someone of colour here right now, what would you say to him?
Fuck off.
Yeah, I agree, yeah, because that's me though, yeah?
Fuck off.
Yeah. Love and guidance. Pleasure to meet you, darling.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, there we go. Pleasure, my friend. The fact they said all their friends felt the same as they do definitely made me feel better about the state of our country. And they weren't the only ones to speak their minds freely. Tell me, mate, what's your favourite immigrant?
Good one.
That's a good one, mate, I like that.
Right one.
Oh yeah, that's the right one. So oh yeah, no, that's also fair.
That's after the Muslims.
You hate the Africans and the Muslims.
Yeah.
Like he said, the Africans and the Muslims are bad. But there's nothing worse than an African Muslim. There's 3 of them in that awful group, the Beta Squad. They make me sick. Get the music going,
what's going on?
You got to play some Coldplay, mate. Rule the world, mate. Viva la vida.
I don't know whether it's going to work because it's fucking
Get the flipping feel working, mate, yeah? Get Viva la vida flipping on now, or I'll tell everyone that you're mixed race.
Can't be doing that shit, Ralph.
All right. We tried.
Yeah, it's not going to work.
Oh, no,
Listen,
I
mate.
feel like a loser.
No, you're not a loser, mate. If you're here, mate, you're not a loser. You know that, yeah? Whose streets?
Our street.
Whose streets?
Our fucking street.
It's our streets and we're taking them back.
No police fucking Muslims. Fucking.
Yeah. What was
There are
that?
Muslims in the place.
Are all of them Muslims?
MPs are Muslims.
They're all of them, every
I
one?
don't want them in here.
Oh,
All with the beers and going on and all that shit. And they're all fucking screaming.
Are they?
Yeah, I hate them all.
You've just made a flipping discovery.
They're all fucking Muslims. Fucking hate a lot of them, man.
Oh, same, mate.
I mean, I've got no problem with anyone.
Yeah.
I have got no problem with anyone.
This man has cracked the code. The whole police force, Muslims. It all makes sense now. But we marched on, and the millions in this march were with us. Finally, we were fighting back.
They're actually chasing us.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? I was born in this country.
Fucking love your country then.
Smacker, smacker.
What a good...
Nah.
Sit
them back.
Take the life jackets off them as well, so you've got your 100 metres here.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. Get them all gone, mate. Listen, you're a true one of our place.
The government are buying our hotels and putting them all in there.
Why are they doing all this for, mate?
Why not just kill them on the beach? I'll just fucking like hide them off the fucking... I'll just take the life jacket off them, chuck them off a boat and see swim.
Yeah, but I get that, but obviously you just said that...
You know, if you start really pay someone to shoot them all on the beach.
Oh, well...
Yeah, but you don't get rid of the bodies,
yeah.
You just keep shooting them. After a couple of weeks, there's hundreds of them, take a picture, send it back home, and they'll think twice about coming back.
Wow, true patriotism. This wholesome man should be running our country because his solutions define the word pure. But for some reason, he started to doubt my credibility as an Englishman.
You've got a little bit of a talent here yourself, so you've got something in you, haven't you?
No, I don't, mate. You trying to call me an immigrant?
No, for what? No, I said that, man. Whoa.
I ain't got no black in me, none of that. That would make me sick.
No, I've got black mates, Bengali mates, Paki mates, and like...
What mates?
No, I've got Paki mates, Bengali mates, and black mates.
Yeah.
I live on my way. I'm not about with them.
So
maybe you just got a tan face then.
No, I'm not. Listen, I'm not black.
No, but,
not black.
No, I'm not saying you black one.
No, I'm not black, though.
I'm not saying that, but...
Yeah, because now you're making me defensive.
Oh, mate, please.
No, we're family. We're family, mate. I promise you I'm not black. I wouldn't do that to you.
I'm just saying no, somewhere along like in your family. Like,
if there was a black here, I would be fighting them with you.
Some of them actually are all right, you know.
How many of them?
Not many.
Not many? Really?
This got me thinking, the fact he even thought there could be one alright black in this world must mean that he's one of them. He's probably wearing a mask or something.
How do I know that you're not black?
Look.
Yeah, I would do that you'd see something.
This wasn't good enough. This man needed to prove himself to me.
Whose streets? Whose streets? Say it with some conviction then. Whose streets?
Our streets.
Whose streets?
Our streets.
Whose streets? One more time loud, you started going quiet. Are you sure you're not an immigrant? Go louder. Whose streets?
Our streets.
Whose streets?
Tommy. Sing the boats and send them back.
Sing the boats and send them back. Whose streets? But why'd you keep whispering? Okay, just one more time. Whose streets? Whose streets?
Our streets.
There we go. Brother, bring it in. I love you, man. I love you so much. Oh, Tommy Robinson. Listen, brother, I love you, mate. You listen, mate.
Where you come from?
Listen, I come from Stafford. I come from a place called
Well
Stafford.
done, we're from London. Well done coming down. Say huge. We appreciate you doing what you do.
Yeah, but I appreciate you doing what you do. Why are you here today, mate?
I'm here to support our fucking country. Stand firm for a woman.
Careful, the blacks are there. The blacks are there.
The blackies.
Oh, what are we going to do?
The blackies.
Oh, we're scared. You're not scared?
Never scared of none of them, mate.
Oh, because I've got to be real with you, bro.
Put them right in their place.
Do you? So you put them in their place?
Try to.
Mate, I need some advice. How do you put them in their place?
Just stand firm.
He gave me the best advice I'd ever heard. I needed to stand firm for our country. And that's exactly what I did. Why others like me were here.
What was your reason for joining us, the movement?
Legal immigrants. I'm against all that.
So where's the line then, mate?
Where?
Yeah.
You tell me.
What do we do now?
Send them all back.
Every one of them?
Yeah.
You know, 85% of Muslims, they've taken all our jobs. You know that?
Yeah.
And that's the thing I love when people believe false facts. You know, there's been a survey. I don't know if you read it. You look like you read the news.
99% of the Muslims said they want to take over the country.
Yeah,
You read that?
Yeah.
Because that's what the thing is. That when false facts just get said to you and you just back it like that, it's just mental, mate. It's just like straight waffle. You are the king waffler.
Their government and their law and that, they're not helping us. They're not protecting us.
They're not. You know how many Muslims have come into the country since 2019? 200 million, mate.
Yeah.
You read that?
I can believe it.
Yeah. 200 million, mate.
Yeah.
That's absolutely mental. They're ready to wage war with us. Did you read that one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, of course you did, mate. I just want to say, can we get a picture? Is that all right?
Yes.
England! Hold it up, mate. At least people in this country don't believe everything they hear, because that could lead to groups being pitted against each other and some very dangerous views. The next person I met was the true definition of dangerous. What are we fighting for, guys?
I don't know.
There we go. That's an honest answer. Guys, I've got a confession to make, yeah? My granddad, he was actually mixed race. He was actually part black.
Fuck off, yeah.
Oh.
That's okay.
It's okay. Is that okay, mate? I'm sorry. So you don't care about that stuff?
That's not about that, is it? You're saying,
Yeah, like I hate every black person I see here.
No, you cannot say that.
Really?
Yeah. They don't see it.
You're right, actually. Wait, so we should be proud to be British, no matter where we come from?
When you live over here, you're proud to be British. You're living over here.
Oh, yeah? No, listen, mate, I like what you say.
On the inside.
Huh?
They're all pink on the inside, mate.
Well, yeah, we all bleed blood, mate. So the reason, what's the reason you're here then, mate?
Sick of the Labour government. They need to go. The Labour needs to go. People are trying to make out they're embarrassed of the flag or whatever. Are you embarrassed of the flag?
I'm not embarrassed of the flag, mate. Wow. This is the first person I spoke to who didn't agree with my views. The first one, can you believe it? He's completely delusional.
Bacon.
That's what we...
Fucking mine is bacon.
Yeah.
Just give me bacon.
Can I ask you a question, yeah?
Yeah, you
taking over.
What's your favourite immigrant?
I've got a favourite immigrant.
That's the right answer. What's your least favourite, though?
I've got one. Oh, Islam.
Islam, yeah, that's a good immigrant.
If you're not Islam, fuck out the country. Every fucking pound, 76 pence out of every pound goes to Islamic hotels.
How did you know all this stuff? Who teaches
Because I
you?
watch everything. I'm very fucking knowledgeable.
So wait, how many Muslims are there in the country?
There's about 14,000. And they're breeding like fucking rabbits.
There's 14,000 in the country.
Yeah,
That's absolutely outrageous enough.
English ones, shut up.
There's 14,000
Yeah,
Muslims
do you know
here.
Queenie Hopkins?
But wait, there's 14,000 Muslims in the country.
No,
there's
Islams.
14,000 Islams in the whole country.
All spread about. There's more than that.
There's a lot more than that, mate.
Wait, how many then?
About 20,000.
20? Oh, no, mate. Don't say that. Don't do that. Don't. There's no.
Now they're getting
No, there's not. There's not.
There is. Now they're getting
you're making me scared, mate.
More Muslims in fucking rest of the fucking country.
Now they're getting
English,
You're making me cry, mate.
Fucking any other country is more Muslims.
You're making me cry. You're making me cry. Listen, guys. Listen, guys. I just want to come out and say something, yeah? Don't judge me for this.
We're not going to judge you.
people, mate. We don't judge
You don't judge people?
No, don't give a fuck. I'm Geordie, man.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't like black people.
Nor do I. Nor do I.
So we're on the same page.
Fucking right. Black people are fucking...
I know what
Oh.
We don't need them.
Alright, can we get a picture, all of us together? That's a great pic. But listen, guys.
Don't like black side, you know what I mean? Fuck them all, get them out of the country.
Oh, wow,
now.
yeah, fair. Where's
This
that
is
come
a white
from?
country, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Christian country.
Oh, yeah.
We don't need blacks, we don't need fucking Islam, we don't need fucking
Yes, we don't need the blacks.
Jamaicans, we don't need no
So,
one like that.
What would you...
Rastafari, I think the great fucking...
What would you do if you saw a black right now?
Do you know where I've got in my bag?
What would you do?
I've got 3 knives in my bag, I've got a fucking blade.
You've got 3 knives in your bag
Yeah.
and you'd use them on the black if you saw one?
Fucking right, I would.
Oh, mental. That's crazy.
No, I think it was fuck me.
Good. I'm glad you do that.
Do you want to see them?
No, we'll be fine actually. Yeah, we'll be
I
good.
put one in the cement box. Got a Chinese blade that fucking, it'll fucking do your artery. And I couldn't give a fuck.
Oh, crazy. Well, I think that's a great way for us to just say, like, who's straights?
Oh, street!
Who's straights?
Oh, street!
Distraction tactics. Who's straights?
Oh, street!
Yeah, get out of here, quick. Peace out.
What's your name?
My name is Ron.
My name's Alicia.
Oh, like Alicia Dixon, the black lady. Are you black?
No, well, my dad's from Mauritius.
Oh, fair enough. Well, pleasure to meet you.
I didn't talk to my racist.
Oh, so you're racist confirmed?
Fucking right, I am.
Good. That's
Our hero Tommy Robinson had saved us. He spoke about the media's slander towards us.
They managed to silence us for 20 years with labels. Racist, Islamophobe, far right. They don't work anymore.
Tommy's right, there's no signs of racism or Islamophobia at all at this march. They're just labels to knock us down. But they can't, as it's been revealed that the turnout of this march was 3 million people. And even though multiple credible sources have fact-checked saying it was only 100,000 people, including Elon Musk's own AI, I can confirm that this is lies. Because I was there myself. And speaking of Elon... Elon. And he said some magical words.
Violence is coming to you. You either fight back or you die. You either fight back or you die.
There was one more person I wanted to speak to before I headed home. Hey, oi, oi.
Fuck you, Britain, till I fucking die.
Yeah. That speech, I mean, I left because it was starting to waffle on a lot, but like, we're taking our country back, mate. What was your favourite part of that whole speech?
I couldn't hear none of it. I've got one deaf ear.
Oh, yeah.
But just this.
Yeah.
This
is,
it's fucking awesome.
It's what it's about.
Yeah.
And what is it about?
It's fucking taking our country back, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah. And who are we taking it back?
Starmer is fucked.
He is. And who are we taking it back from?
The dirty fucking immigrants.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which immigrants specifically?
I don't give a fuck, all of them.
All of them. We want our flipping country back.
You know, not too much to fucking us, and we're taking it back.
Yeah, we're taking it back and we'll fight to the death for it.
Sure.
Yeah? Cheers, mate.
What's your name?
My name? Nicholas Daniel Adabajuma Milana, mate.
Shit, that's a big name.
Thank
John.
you, mate. Nice to meet you, John.
Take it easy.
Take it
Have
easy.
a good day.
You have a great day, mate. What an eventful time I've had. But the question is, what did I think of this march? When it comes to community, it doesn't go any better. If you look like me, you're going to have an absolute amazing time here, I promise you that. Anyone else, I'm not so sure. But for community, I would give this a 5 out of 5 for myself, of course. And when it comes to genuine kindness, well, everyone was so kind. Nothing vulgar said at all. We're all on the same page. 5 out of 5 as well. Loved it, mate. What a time. Let's take back our streets. I had the question, what would happen at these marches if people spoke unfiltered to someone who looked like them? And the answer has genuinely shocked me.
Oh, fuck off. Got 3 nights in the
Kill them on the beach.
Right, I'm out.
There's enough's enough.
Give me your hand.
Big one back.
You're racist confirmed.
Fucking right, I am. What did they call me out for?
From this, I think it's clear to say there's a clear racism and Islamophobia issue in the UK. I don't believe everyone at this march is racist, but it's clear a lot of racists feel very comfortable being involved. And instead of anyone here calling it out, it's completely denied.
It's not a racist parade.
These are far right, these are racist. I don't see any racism. There's no far right, there's no hooligans here, there's no racism here. It's nothing to do with skin colour.
They managed to silence us for 20 years with labels. Racist, Islamophobe, far right. They don't work anymore.
Try to deny it now, because thanks to my free speech, it's out there. Now this video is obviously going to bring back the death threats towards me, and if I could just ask all of the angry people sending them towards me one favour, just spell my name right. Love and guidance, peace out, and
So we have to say thanks to Nico for his great, fantastic undercover work. And, you know, that Unite the Kingdom rally makes me very sad, very disappointed with the people that was on that that on that far right rally, because these are the very same people who will say to you, well, we're not racist, but as you can see there's plenty of it to go around. And as I said before, I don't understand why is if that's who you are, then we prefer you to just say, listen, this is who we are. Don't sugarcoat it and say, listen, you know what? No, we're not racist, but right, just say who you are and that's it, right? But for me, I find it very, very sad because these people they're our friends, they're our neighbours, they're the people that we went to Cubs with or to Scouts or to Girl Guides. These are the people that, if I'm abroad and I hear an English voice, I turn around, doesn't matter what the person looks like, right? As long as I hear that English, that British voice, right, I'm instantly drawn to that person. That person to me should be like a family member. But for these people, that doesn't seem to be the case. It seems to be like there's a lot of hatred and built up resentment that these people have had from ever since. I mean, this actually sounds like the type of stuff that I would hear about in the 70s, from the 70s. That's what this sounds like. That Britain hasn't moved along at all. Because these are the people who we play football against. We stand in the terraces with these people. Right? These are our school friends. These are, the people who we might have went to the cadets with for a short space of time. The people who we played penny up the wall with. Right? These are the very people who we used to run around with and do 100-meter races with. That's who these people are. These people are supposed to be, right, like family for us. That's what they're supposed to be, right? We all are it's not like any of these people have not been brought up with black and Asian people, because they all have. All of them have. They all know black and Asian people, and there you saw it. You saw one person say, when he said, "Oh, I don't like black people," he's talking about, what have they done to you? The guy in the red jacket, one person out of all those people, right? And when he said that to anybody in that crowd, every last one of them should have had that same reaction. Well, what have they done to you? If someone come up to me and said to me, "Oh, I hate," if a black person come up to me and said that, "Oh, I hate white people," I'm like, well, all of them? because to me it just sounds really stupid. You can hate an individual, but how can you hate all people? And that's what that march seemed to be. It seemed to be like, we hate all people. So I think it's very, very, very sad. And I mean, could you imagine a world, right, where I want to show you a video in a little while. We're going to move over to America, but before I do that, could you imagine a world where black and Asian people said, right, that's it, we are going to leave Europe, but we want all white people in return to get yourself back into Europe, right? So get out of America, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, out of Africa, out of Asia, out of the Middle East. Get your ass out, right? And we'll get out of Europe. But the strange thing is, right? The very strange thing is, right? Because obviously we would want to leave all our left-wing brothers and sisters right where they are in those countries. So all our left-wing white people, we want them to be left right where they are. And I'm sure that's where they'd want to stay, because they would want to come into Europe with you guys. And then you got to imagine we're also leaving with the Jews, right? Because Jews will be coming with us, right? We'll also be leaving with probably 80 to 90% of the redheads, because they're coming with us. Our red velvets are coming with us, because they ain't gonna want to stay with you, right? And then, because you guys are such misogynistic as well as being anti-Semitic, right, Islamophobic and racist, you're also misogynistic, which means, right, that probably 60 to 70% of your women will be coming with us too. So where did you actually think that's going to leave you? because I'm telling you, because, you know, that's standard what would happen. Because those people would want to come and live with us. Who do you think, right, is going to want to live with right-wing white people? Right? You know, and, you know, this is where the people like, you know, Suella Braverman or, you know, or someone like the Hodge twins or, you know, Byron Donalds or, you know, Tim Scott, right? Or, you know, well, you know, Priti Patel. People like this. So, well, where do you think you're going to live? Because, you know, the good thing is, right, we already have a white town in Arkansas, in the good old US of A, who is showing us the way. Who is showing us, actually, well, when we do get our all-white utopia, you people, and when I'm saying you people, I'm pointing at your Jason Whitakers, right? And your Officer Tatums. You people, right, ain't gonna come and live in our all-white town. So imagine that, all that work you've been putting in, all that sliding, right? You know, all your Suella Brave, all that sliding you've been doing for these people. And it's like, you and your mixed race kids, right, can go and live elsewhere because you're not going to live amongst us white people. That's just facts. That's just how they are. That's just standard facts. Anyway, listen, I'm going to break down this video. We'll watch this video, and then on the other side, we'll break it down, and we'll see where we go from there.
Man, fight back! White 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 man, fight back!
So now, I guess you saw that white men fight back, white men. I said, but against who? And this is the natural winding up. Because that is in response to Charlie Kirk being murdered, right? By a white guy, I may add, right? Well, they say it was a white guy, but, you know, because that wasn't that child, right, who they've arrested there. That's not him. That's not him who shot his grandfather's gun for the first time, right? And hit Charlie Kirk in the side of the neck there, right? While he's virtually ahead of him. That shot never come from there. That shot never come from anywhere near there. That shot come from a different angle. And that shot was delivered by an out-and-out sniper. Someone who's done that on numerous occasions. That's who that shot was delivered by. And that shot was delivered by Mossad. Right? And right now, we, the black community, may need to wrap our arms around Candice Owens. I know what you're saying. But she, right, her, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and Lauren Boebert, right, any day now, we can hear one of them commit suicide. And none of them want to commit suicide. The only one who said it so far is Marjorie Taylor Greene. Listen, I'm not suicidal. Why do you think she's saying that? Charlie Kirk fell out with the Israelis because he invited Tucker Carlson to talk and a couple of other people, right, who've been calling Israel out. Not for the genocide, you see. They don't call them out for that. They're calling them out for their influence over the American government. So, Candice Owens may well need the black community for us to wrap our arms around her because, you know something, Mossad will be looking to take her out because she's talking a lot. So, you know, she has to be really careful because she's talking and talking and talking, right? And I'm telling you, that shot didn't come from that shot didn't come from that child, right? And then you have to look at the circumstances, what happened there, right? Why that child was told to report to that roof, right? Just like the man who jumped up and said, "I did it," right? While he's got child porn on his phone or explicit pictures or something like that. While he's got that on his phone, he's jumped up and said, I did it. Why? Because a man like that, right, those pictures could just be like the tip of the iceberg for what this motherfucker's been up to. And who are the kind of people who would have that information and be able to blackmail you and say to you, listen, you go there and jump up and say this, right? And all we'll show is just these pictures. You fuck around with us, right? We're going to show exactly what you really have been up to. And then there's a child. What they have in the child? Why was that child up there with that type of weapon? Why was he up there? How did he get the weapon down? How did he take the weapon up? All this, it's all nonsense, right? But why was he up there with that weapon? Bullet didn't come from that angle. It's impossible. It's virtually impossible that it could have. So you have to say, why was he up there, right? Why did that man jump up, right? You're going to tell me, right, that if you got an ounce of heroin in your pocket, right, you're going to jump up and tell the police that you could just committed a crime, because you know they're going to search you, and for a fact, if they think you committed a crime like that, they're going to want to see what's on your phone, because, right, they want to know, you know, what motivated you. But anyway, let's get back to the white men fight back. So we've got these white men fight back, and these are the people who are telling you about white men fight back. You're Elon Musk. Look, last night, right, you know, Keir Starmer gave a speech, and then the first thing Nigel Farage is saying, oh, well, I'm scared that Antifa's going to come after me. He's using Donald Trump's terminology, right? When the far right, right, are the most violent entity in all Western countries. They're the people who go around attacking people. That's who they are. They're the people who go around. But now these guys are setting up. Oh, look, yeah, his rhetoric by him calling us racist. He is turning people against us, bring violence to us. That's the talk. That's the talk. Listen, there's one last thing I want to show you. I want to show you something from America, yeah? And it's from one of my, from a really young YouTuber in America who I watch quite a lot. Right, so I just want to show you something, what happened to him a couple of days ago on a show, I believe it was with Abby Phillips. Just watch this.
To be honest, yeah, I'm pretty tired of conservatives gaslighting about the current political environment and Donald Trump's rhetoric when all of this escalation can be traced back to his entrance into American politics. His claim to fame was saying that Obama wasn't born in America. He was the first presidential candidate to have his crowd chant, "Lock her up," about a political opponent. You can bring up the insurrection. Even in the past few weeks, my home city of Chicago, he posted a photo of Chicago being invaded by the Department of War. So the broader point here is Donald Trump endlessly deflects and tries to blame it on the other side when he is the one responsible for amping up the tension in America. And I've spent all of my formative years throughout high school, throughout college, looking to the president, who I'm supposed to be able to look up to, and seeing somebody who's trying to place blame on the left, who's amping up the rhetoric constantly. And yeah, it's not good.
So you think it's Donald Trump's fault that a deranged leftist climbed up to the top of a building and shot up the ICE facility, not once now, but twice in Texas?
I think it's Donald Trump's fault that America has gotten to this heated place. I think that
no responsibility for the radicalization on the left that's causing this violent outburst. That
29-year-old is radicalized by online communities and online algorithms. I'm not going to blame that directly on Trump, but he was caught in a lot of online video game algorithms and all these communities. Donald Trump,
but it's Trump's
10
fault.
years ago, Donald Trump amped up the tension in America.
So he ran 10 years ago, and this guy then 10 years later, somehow you're connecting. Can't you just take responsibility for it?
So as you can see, yeah, the problems that we have from the left. That was young Adam Mockler, right, explaining to a man who's probably old enough to be his granddad, Scott Jennings, right, that, you know, this is where this violent rhetoric has come from, because, you know, this violent rhetoric was not in politics before Trump decided to go into politics, because, you know, and so his answer to what Adam Mockler had said was, oh, why don't you take responsibility? Take responsibility for the violent rhetoric that's coming from the left, which really is just not the truth. I mean, what we might do, we might cuss them out, but, you know, these people are the actual violent ones. I could look if we can go back to George Bush Senior, George Bush Jr. I'm sure you can probably even go back to Ronald Reagan, right through to Barack Obama, and then tell me which one of those politicians, right through to Barack Obama, right, and then onto Joe Biden. Right? You tell me, right, which one of those politicians you can remember saying, oh, to police officers, you must hit people's heads on the side of the cars, right, when they're putting them in the police car, when they've arrested them, putting them in the police car, hit their head on the side. Yeah, that violent rhetoric comes straight from Donald Trump. But yet, for all, it's the left. It's the left. There, have you ever heard the Democrats start describing every time they describe the Republicans as the radical. Once in a while, you might hear them call them this fascist, but that is not something that the Democrat politicians do on a regular basis. Democrat politicians, right, wasn't the ones who marched their militia up to the Capitol, right, and murdered police officers. That wasn't the Democrats. It wasn't the Democrats, right, that when an 80-odd-year-old man was attacked in his own home by someone who had broken in the middle of the night. It wasn't them, right, that was laughing and joking about it and saying they're going to make Halloween costumes out of it. It's not the Democrats. I've never heard a Democrat politician tell his supporters to attack, protesters and say, you know what, I will pay your legal costs. So you see, Adam Mockler mentioned a load, and I've just mentioned another load of where the rhetoric has come from. And it's come directly from Trump. But none of these people will say, hold on a minute, hold on. All of this has come from you. You brought... The Democrats, even now they're still too nice. But you see, when it does happen, because we've got Nigel Farage now. Nigel Farage has just accused the Prime Minister of setting Antifa onto him. Antifa UK, it's my people. After Nigel Farage, because you know why that is. Do you know why that is? Because it's only just now that we in Antifa have found out that Nigel Farage is racist. We've only just found. Imagine that we've only just found. Imagine that. That's what Nigel Farage and his sidekick, the other loud talking fool, is saying. They've set Antifa onto Nigel Farage, as if to say it's just now, and because it's come out of Keir Starmer's mouth. And Keir Starmer never said anything. Keir Starmer never said Antifa, stand back, stand by. No, Keir Starmer hasn't said that. Keir Starmer's just told them what they are. Their policies are racist. He hasn't even said, you know what, and all the people who support you is racist. Keir Starmer hasn't said that. I said that, but Keir Starmer hasn't said that. Right? But yet for all, that's their rhetoric that come out their mouth. That's the rhetoric to come out of the mouth. And, I want to go back to, like, the white men fight back, because obviously I said that was all about Charlie Kirk. Now, there's a problem with that. Because first of all, who the hell are you fighting back against? But, it's the flags, it's the Jesus flag and things like that, what they've got up there, because that takes me over to religion. And, on the 23rd, I was raptured. I got raptured, but I came back because there was far too much far-right white people in heaven. That was the biggest joke I got. That you people, far-right racists, right, people who hate other people, thought that Jesus was going to come and get you. You people, right, have lost your tiny, small, little minds if you think that Jesus will take you to the golden kingdom. You're a racist motherfucking ass up to the golden kingdom. Are you serious? That was one of the biggest jokes I got all year so far. That you people, all the Mormons and all that, and then, the Mormons, they don't like black people. And that guy who shot Charlie Kirk, apparently he's a Mormon. But that's if he really done it. But that was one of the biggest jokes I got from you people. Because you know what you people represent from the far right? You represent everything that's nasty in the world. okay? Because I did tell you that I'm smoking on Charlie. And that's Charlie Kirk, not Charlie Cocaine. Right? But before I leave you with my last clip, because I think the last clip is very, very interesting, and you will see for yourself the kind of people who you support. But the reason why, the reason why I always dislike Charlie Kirk, and it's not like I really listened to him before, because I just knew a few of the bits what he had to say, right? And I knew that it was all unresearched, uneducated, vile bullshit, because Charlie Kirk was a fucking idiot. This is the man who thinks it's okay to go around and inform young people, right, when he's not informed himself about the things that he's talking about. I'm just going to go on one thing. I don't need to show you any of his clips because, I don't need to have vile racists like that on my channel, even though I did have all those vile racists on earlier. But I do have my limitations. But let's just take his pilot argument, for example. He sees a black pilot and he wonders to himself, oh, I wonder if that person is trained to, or is that like a DEI hire? And I can guarantee you this, right, that every single airline pilot that's ever seen that has thought to themselves, that man's an idiot. He's a real fool. Because we're just going to go, because Charlie, because he was quite rich. Charlie, he was quite rich, Charlie Kirk. And so we're just going to go straight for the 747. He sees a black pilot on a 747. Now, if you do the smallest amount of research, luckily for me, I've taken flying lessons. Right? So if you do the smallest amount, if you have done the smallest amount of research, right, you would know that you would need to get anywhere near that cockpit. You'd need over 1,500 like flying hours, right? Of you literally flying planes and learning how to fly planes. That's the type of hours you'd need to put in before you could get anywhere near the cockpit of a 747. Okay, and you'd need to start with small aircraft. So like a 2-seat, which generally they're 4-seaters, but they've just got this little bench in the back. But you need to start there, right? And you need to get up to your first license there. So you need a certain amount of flying hours to get to your first license there, right? And then so on and so on and so on. But each time you're moving up, okay, you need to take a test, right? The flying hours won't do you no good unless you've taken the test as well. So both of them go hand in hand. You have to take the test, and all the way along, everything along the way, from your first hours right up until you're ready to get into one of those, everything is logged. So they can tell you what date you passed this test and this test and this test, and how much hours you've actually got, how much hours it took you to actually get to that point. They can tell you all those things. And who do you think pays for that? Because unless you're in like the aircraft, unless you're in the Air Force or something like that, right, where you can get all those things in the Air Force, no airline company ain't paying for you to become a pilot, right? Once you've got your 1,500 hours under your belt, right? If you're lucky enough, because by that time you'll be able to fly people, you can fly probably 250 people around. But once you want to move up to the 747, then you need another test, right? And to fly a 747 after your initial 1,500 hours, you've got to do at least another 70 hours flying that thing before you can take one out and you're the main pilot in there. But it's an insult. What he said, it's not only an insult to black pilots, it's also an insult to every pilot, because you're suggesting there's an easy way round, and there's no easy way round that. There's no easy way round. So it was just a complete and utter insult. But the thing is, right, I'll tell you why the man is uneducated and the ridiculous nature that they had, right, the ridiculous insult to people that they had, bringing that man into Oxford or Cambridge University to debate the students when he doesn't research what he's telling people. Because if he researched what he was telling people, he would not question the credentials of a black pilot. Because you're stupid to do that. Because they cannot get there. No pilot can get there in any other way. It's the only way you can get there. You can only get there, right, by going through the system. And let me tell you, right, it costs you for you to get up to 1,500 flying hours time. That's going to cost you nearly £100,000 just to get up to there, and that's not put you in the seat of a jumbo jet yet. That doesn't put you in that seat. So it was a complete and utter insult. You see, and that's the reason why I just say, you know what, that man, right, was going round to university and college campuses, right, and giving people false information. What he should have done was he should have minded his business about his own community. Since the 1940s, you've had young white men walking into schools and murdering children. This is something that Charlie Kirk should have been studying. He should have been, concerning himself about his own community. Why do these young white men walk into a church and murder black people? These are the things that he should have been focusing on. Right. Focusing on, right, the gun crime within his own community. We have our problems within our community. Right? Leave us to deal with that. But within your own community, right, you have serious problems. You have exceptionally serious problems. Right? You have exceptionally serious problems with these mass shootings. Right? Charlie Kirk is a man who believed in what? He believed that in live executions. Yeah, is that how you put it? Live show them to be shown on TV. I suppose that's maybe on the rerun. But he got his wish, didn't he? The bitch got his fucking wish. Motherfucker got executed on TV, which is something that he agreed with. He also agreed with, right, the Second Amendment. I don't. But then again, I don't live in America. So what the hell would I know? But I do know, right, that today, I'm not going to get caught in a mass shooting. Can one person in America say the same? I'm not going to get caught in a mass shooting today. That's not going to happen to me. And why is that not going to happen to me? Because we don't live in a country that is full of guns. That's what Charlie Kirk should have been dealing with. Trying to take guns away from people, not sign up and say, something, I agree with the Second Amendment. And furthermore, if we lose people, right, it's worth the price. The bitch got his wish because he was taken out by the same gun violence that he was a fan of. You're a fan of public executions. You're a fan of that it's okay for people to be killed, so you can keep your guns. I don't agree with that. I think that's sick. I don't agree with that under any circumstances. There's not one circumstance that I would agree with that. I would have to be, right, thrown into America for me to agree with that. Because if I was over there, right, trust me, I'd have as much guns as the next man. You think my next door neighbour and the people down the road is going to have guns and I'm not? No, that's it. So obviously I understand living in that situation, but that's why I wouldn't live in that situation. So that's what Charlie Kirk should have been, right? And he should have been, trying to root out all these young white men who go into black areas or go into a synagogue or go into go into a Mexican or a Latino place and just start killing people just because they are of that race. You know, so that's what Charlie Kirk should have been focusing on. Not focusing on, like, you know, not trying to divide, make these major divides between our communities. We don't need that. We've had that for how many years? That's always been going on. That's, you know, that's nothing new. That's always been going on. So that's what Charlie Kirk should have been having his focus on. You know, trying to get the communities to come together, not trying to, like, you know, trying to split the communities, trying to get the communities to come together, not trying to talk down one race, while you know, trying to use another race as if they're superior. That's what he should have been speaking about. Don't speak about, don't move over to the black community. We're here to do that. And if it wasn't for this world being such a racist place, yeah, that's where my focus would be. My focus would be aimed at, like, you know, the drill artists who think it's okay to go around and murder each other. That's where my focus would be. My focus would be talking to those people. But I can't have my focus on there because of people like Charlie Kirk who think it's okay, right, to spread false information about my community when you don't know what you're talking about. If you knew what you was talking about, right, then, you know, I can pick him up on that point because I know exactly what that is. So I can pick him up on that point. And I know for a fact, right, that there's no way that he could have researched what he was saying. Because if you think, right, that they would put you up in the sky, right, as some type of DEI hire, to fly over 500 people around. I mean, stupidity, right? Stupidity just doesn't really cut it because you're in some level of stupidity. I want to show you one last video. And you know what, right? What I say is this, right? Is, I know you might be thinking to yourself, it's going to be the one with the black motherfucking nigger jungle bunny. Oh, shit. That's got to be racist. I am not allowed to speak about Black MAGA in that way. But anyway, we're past that now anyway. But is it the one where the black guy says, you know what we should do? We should just take them, right, and lock them away. And he's talking about, like, I've been talking about, like, it could be like disabled, mentally health and homeless people, and just lock them up in prison. And Brian Kilmeade is just like, you know what, just hold my beer. And let me tell you this, right? This is what I judge all of you people from the right. I judge you all with Brian Kilmeade standards because you know something, right? That's where you are. You're voting along with these people. This is where you are. Watch this. And on the other side, I'm going to come back just for a couple of minutes on the other side, just so that we can break down exactly what he said. Just watch this.
Billions of dollars to mental health and the homeless population. A lot of them don't want to take the programs. A lot of them don't want to get the help that is necessary. You can't give them a choice. Either you take the resources that we're going to give you, or you decide that you're going to be locked up in jail. That's the way it has to be now.
Or involuntary lethal injection or something. Just kill them.
Yeah, Brian, why did it have to get to this point?
Right. I would say this. We're not voting for the right people. In North Carolina, wake up.
So you see the dilemma that people from the left have, that we can only judge you by the standards of those people, because those are the people who are preaching to you what you want to hear. And when you have, you know, let's start off with the black guy, because I don't know what his name is. And you know something, I don't really want to know what his name is. All I know is he's MAGA, and that makes him a jumped up goddamn Negro. You know, black people like him, you see, what they're trying to do is, because, believe me, right, I'm going to go, most black people do not naturally want to see other people just get locked up for no reason, because we know that that's going to affect our community the most. If the American system can just lock up people, right? Because because they're homeless, or because they've got some type of mental health issues, right? And they can just lock them up willy nilly. Then that's what they would be doing. They would be doing that, and it would be mainly black people who are caught up in that. So for a black man to sit up there and just talk about, let's just lock them up, that's not the way how we as black people really do think. That's there might be there are some, but the majority of them are MAGA. Because people like him they've got to try and endear themselves, right, to the white community. Now, I'm not talking about the white community, right, who's within our community. Because, black and white people in the community that I live in, we just call each other our community. There's no black and white community within the community that I live in. But these people, they live in their own white community. Whether it's like your Mormons and your people like your MAGAs and these people, they have their own white community. And then you have black people who really do everything they can to try and endear themselves into that community. So they will say some of the most outrageous things, on live radio, on live TV, on podcast, on wherever it is, just so that those people will like them. Because for you to sit there, right, and you talk about locking people up, and then, right, for your presenter, your fellow presenter, to then say, it's what we should do is just kill them all, without any of the people that were sitting there feeling that statement is motherfucking outrageous. What the fuck are you saying? What are you saying? That's what should have happened. What the hell are you talking about? That is like your friend coming to you, fellas, your friend coming to you and saying to you, yeah, I raped a girl last night. And you not even batting an eyelid because it's just normal. What he said about because where do you move on from there? What communities do you move on to from there to euthanize? Because once we talk about euthanizing people, we might as well just start, who's next? What community's next? This community's a problem. Why don't we just kill them all? And these people complain when we relate them to Nazis. I can guarantee you, back in the 1930s, right, that was something that would come out regular out of the Nazis, out of people like Adolf Hitler's mouth. Just kill them all. But they complain and say, "Oh look, they are setting the left onto us, the violent left onto us, and they're calling us Nazis," even though we're talking about euthanasia. You see, this is I just think that like this, I don't understand. I don't know where that level of hate comes from. And this is a man who is on prime time, wasn't suspended. I think he's been made to apologise. But the reaction of the people that was around him, the no reaction of them, to hear about other humans being euthanized. Me, on my tombstone, which I won't have, by the way, because I'm going for cremation. So on my tombstone, though, there will be written, "Embraced everybody, all of humanity." So, if you are from that side, right, the Brian Kilmeade side, the people who think it's okay to euthanize, just like the rapture, right? What part of heaven do you think you're going to sit in? I think this is how we have to deal with these people, right? Because as you know, I'm not religious at all. I'm not religious at all. So most people know that about me. I'm an atheist. It just seems to me, right, that the atheists, right, probably are probably closer to the word of God than any of the Christians, whether any of the Jews, any of the Muslims, any of the Catholics. Because I hear all of your leading holy people calling for war, calling for people to be slaughtered. So, leads me to a conclusion, right, that none of these people are actually religious. None of these people are religious. You can't tell me, right, that people who actively go out there and kill people or call for the killing of people, right, or call for racial disharmony, you know, right, there's no such thing, right, as an all-black church. There might be all-black churches, right, but white people can go to those churches. If a white person wanted to go to any of those churches, any church that you consider to be an all-black church, white people are welcome. Anyone. Now, an all-white church. Are there all-white churches where would I be okay going into an all-white church? Well, what's the chances that it's okay for me to go into an all-white church run by the Ku Klux Klan? And because we don't have those extremes within the black community here, which is why white people would be welcome into any. But then I know that those people, right? It's impossible for those people to actually believe in an afterlife or anything like that. They can't really believe in a golden, because if they did, they would know, right, that there's no way Jesus is going to come and take a whole heap of racist people up into heaven. I mean, that's just stupid. I mean, all your world leaders. I mean, Trump murdering those guys in the fishing boats. I mean, seriously. And these guys, they all claim to be Christian. Well, Trump claims to be Christian, but, you know. But that's what these guys all claim to be. They all claim to be Christians. Right? Your great Christian, right, Charlie Kirk. A man who told you he has no empathy, doesn't believe in empathy, but still okay to preach Christian vibes, but doesn't believe in empathy. But the whole of the right wing are telling us that we must empathise with these people. I'm just running for a little summary that I've done throughout this video, right? So, you know, this is what they're telling us, that we must believe in some type of empathy for someone who we consider to be a white supremacist. And, you know, I'll say to the right wing, yeah, at what stage do you expect me to jump in, put my lot in with you, right, when you have a far-right white supremacist march in London that I couldn't attend, right, with more than likely without being lynched? And then you have people from your side, Brian Kilmeade, talking about how he wants to euthanize people. These are things, yeah, that just go against my humanity. Right, to think about euthanizing people just because. Those are things that go against my... So what part of the right wing, yeah, do you think, looking through this video, what part of the right wing do you think appeals to a black person like me? My friends, I feel that I should really wrap this up because I've gone on for far too long. And I do know, right, that there's no way that I'll be able to play this whole video on TikTok. So I'm going to have to break it down into two to go onto TikTok. And even then it might be a bit too long. My friends, I will see you all again soon. Look out, yeah, for my documentary on the Epstein files. It should have dropped shortly after this video drops, yeah, because I'm double dropping today, so both of these videos will be up to date. My friends, I will see you all again soon. This, my friends, is By Any Means Necessary. My name is the MC John Ribbs. It was really nice to speak to you guys. Hope to see you all again soon.